Hello Taurus. It's still February, so apparently we're doing some more readings for February. So yeah, this is the second reading for February, okay? And it might sort of spill over into March too, of course. Yeah, and it's going to be general, you know, as always, so please take the bits that resonate and leave the rest for someone else. And let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, and any animal spirit guides you might have, and any ancestral guides, maybe some dragon guides as well. And yeah, let's see here, Taurus, what's going to jump out for the center. We're first of all looking at some energy that you might be in at the moment, or that you're experiencing. Let's have a look. Okay, we have a flip, and it is the Ten of Wands. Excuse me. So something could be coming to an end. Maybe there's a way of, okay, we also have the Page of Pentacles here. No, sorry, the Knight of Pentacles. So I think you've decided to conclude with something. It might be a belief that you're letting go of, or, you know, maybe a project or something you've been working on that's been kind of like a mental thing that you've had to do, like an intellectual project or something, or maybe a type of work that you've been doing that's, you know, required a lot of thinking. Maybe there's been some stress involved as well with that. And I feel that, you know, you're looking at something else now. This is the Knight of Pentacles, and you're making plans to sort of move forward from this old energy here. This Ten of Swords is an old energy that you are, I think, shedding, and in the process of, you know, transitioning into something else. Okay, so these two cards I wanted to pop out as well. Wow, and you're transitioning into, this is the underlying theme, is your star. So there's something that you're moving forward into that is like it would feel like a soul calling to you, or something, your own soul, your soul calling, okay, or soul purpose, that type of thing. And this is the Eight of Wands. So there's kind of a little bit of the Eight of Wands is like fast moving energy. It's not necessarily urgent, although it can be. So maybe there's something that's prompting you to move forward quickly on this new, you know, beginning, or making some plans, okay, to start that up. Let's see if there's something that's happened recently as well, or something else that may have happened that's come into your radar. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a new beginning, a new opportunity that has been presented to you. Maybe it's through, you know, people you've associated with, or something you've been researching and looking into. You know, it's something that sort of presented itself. Definitely an energy of newness there. Just as with the Ten of Swords too, I'll just point out that that card, there's usually a sunrise happening in the background. So it's the sun is rising on something else for you, and here it is. Okay, it's this new thing here that I think you know what that is for us. Let's just see if there's something else that's be another energy there. King of Swords kind of definitely wanted to flip there. Hang on a minute. We're going to just take this one off the top because it's face up. Knight of Swords, sorry. King of Swords, did I say? Yeah. So this is you really kind of taking a stand for yourself. That's what I'm getting from this. And it's about you holding that sword of your personal truth, and being really honest with yourself, and being really, you know, proactive, you know, using your insight, your intelligence to create this new experience, or this new opportunity, maybe a new job role, or a new project, or something creative that you're working on. Maybe it could even be a new hobby or an interest that you're really determined to move forward on here. Let's see what you're hoping for. So future hopes. Three of Swords. I think you're hoping that this is going to be healing for you. Three of Swords can be about grief, but can also be about that healing of the heart. So I think whatever you've been doing here, Taurus, maybe this thing that's finishing up has not, it might have ticked some boxes, but it may not have been in complete alignment for you. Okay, and sometimes when we realize things like that, we go through a process of healing, going, oh, hang on a minute, this thing here is actually in alignment for me, and that's what I really need to move towards. And in the process, you know, there's going to be some healing that's resulting from that movement towards what's in true alignment. Okay. Four of Wands. Yeah, and you're hoping to be successful in this. You're hoping to, you know, reach a point where you can say, yes, I'm now more so in that energy than I am in the Ten of Swords here. Okay, so you're making a transition. This is a reading about a transition for you, Taurus. Okay. Possible outcomes, which is sort of similar to future hopes, but Page of Cups. Yep, you're going to be bringing more love and care. You're going to be paying more attention to your feelings. Okay, which is what's happening, because you're going through some healing, some heart healing. So you're paying more attention to how you feel about things. And here we have the Star as well, doubled up on the Star energy, because, you know, you're really coming into an awareness of your soul here, Taurus. Okay, your soul purpose and what you feel that you need to do to be in better alignment, like mind, body, spirit, better alignment. Okay. Let's see if there's going to be anything that's challenging, that could be particularly challenging. Well, we have the Hierophant face up here, but the interesting thing is that this is your Power card. So, you know, you're very determined here with your King of Swords, okay, moving forward, and very decisive, okay, you've made this decision. Actually, let's see what's coming out with that, because I feel that the Hierophant, there could be challenges to you feeling empowered to keep moving in that direction, because there are lots of things that can sort of come in on top of our wanting to fulfill our dreams. Okay, let's see what's going to come out with the Hierophant. Thanks, Spirit. Okay, we had a direct flip here, and it's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands sometimes talks about, you know, like a friend. So maybe there's going to be a friendship that you have that could be that could pose a challenge. So maybe there are things that you're wanting to change about your life in, you know, perhaps in more radical ways than other people would see you kind of do, and in more radical ways than they would do themselves. So it could be that, you know, this person is, because they're sort of, you know, they're sort of turning away here. They could mean well, but maybe it's a little bit like, you know, if you're wanting to move into your empowerment here, Taurus, it may feel as though you're not kind of resonant with this person. But I think you're going to be able to use your wisdom and to be able to navigate that situation. Okay. Let's get some spirit guidance now as well. It could also be that a challenge for you, Taurus, may be in terms of you sticking too closely to traditions and the way that things have been done, and maybe you would at times feel like you need to keep doing things the way they were. Maybe you might be feeling at times that you need to go back into this Ten of Swords. Okay. When in actual fact you are needing to move into the Page of Wands. This is a secondary interpretation of these two cards. So you know, you've got your new wand here of impetus, of inspiration, and of spiritual creative direction. Okay. So at times there could be, it's a little bit like this, you know, the existential dilemma of freedom and responsibility. So you might be feeling tugged in both of those directions, Taurus. Spirit guidance, well, that did fly out, those two there, so let's grab those. Hanged Man, and it says Odin, the All-Father. Yeah, this is like Spirit saying you're probably going to be needing to look at things from a new perspective, and maybe there's some aspect of your soul that you need to surrender into. Okay, that's just food for thought. You also have King Arthur here, King of Swords, doubled up. So Spirit's almost saying with these two cards is he's saying that keep going back to this time. Remember the time when you found this thing and you made this decision and you're like, yep, that's it. Okay. Spirit's saying you need to hold true to that decision with another King of Swords. Okay. And, you know, it's going to feel, it may feel uncomfortable, but it's, you know, hanging upside down is not that comfortable. But the Hangman is about choosing to change perspective for the purpose of enlightenment and for soul growth. So Spirit's saying, you know, you've made that decision and it is in alignment with your soul growth. So, you know, could be in your best interest to keep moving on that idea that you had initially. Okay. Let's grab another one. I like to grab 3 for Spirit guidance, and then we'll see we're going for time, and we might look at the bottoms of the decks as well. Okay, Ace of Wands, because Spirit's saying that yes, indeed, Taurus, this is Ace of Wands, new spiritual, new vitality, new spiritual direction, new creativity, burst of energy, okay, because this is what's going to happen if you can stay true to your original decision, okay, to follow that new opportunity, that new thing, okay. Yeah, let's look at the bottoms of the decks as well. Page of Wands, so doubled up on that energy. So Spirit's saying, yeah, if you've got a choice between, you know, being a stickler for tradition and doing things the way you've always done them, okay, the thing here is we're doubling up on the Page of Wands. So there's 2 of this energy and only 1 of this. So it's kind of saying, trust your spiritual inspiration energy, okay. Now, it's up to your, you know, use your discernment with anything that I'm saying here, okay. 5 of Wands as well on the bottom of this deck, which can talk about, you know, you may have some internal struggles with this. Maybe there are some arguments or things that you need to navigate and work through with other people, okay. But this can also be about that process of learning and honing your skills, and particularly that fire energy where Wands, again, okay, you have Ace of Wands, 4 of Wands is like you're hoping for success. Page of Wands is spiritual creative direction, okay, and starting out, okay, so you're starting on something. Not only that, we have the 2 of Wands, so the 2 of fire, which is once again new path, okay. These wands here are sort of in a bit of an A shape, but traditionally there's 2 wands sort of signifying each side of a new path that you're moving into, okay. There's lots of messages here to say that you are on a new path here, Taurus. And the Queen of Cups, that's really nice, because with your Page of Cups as well, this is about still listening to your intuition, your feelings, and acknowledging your creativity, your spirituality, okay, your intuition, which we just said, and yeah, just going into that feminine energy, being receptive. And probably it's about, even in your Hanged Man energy here, this is a very receptive energy as well. Okay, it's kind of a watery card. The Hanged Man is a watery energy. So water is very fluid. So you might like to use water. We also have the Star has water in this card. Okay, so for you, Taurus, if you're feeling a bit stuck, you know, at times when you're like, well, maybe I should just be doing what I've always done, but yet feeling like you need to bring something else new in, maybe use the element of water, like showers, baths, swims, you know, that type of thing, to kind of cleanse your energy and kind of just get back to some flow, and moving back into, you know, as Spirit's saying, to remember your original decision, your original kind of this new thing that came in for you. Yeah, so I hope that's been helpful, Taurus. But you're definitely going through a transition of sorts, embarking on a new path. A lot of energies here sort of suggesting that. So if you feel that way, this could be confirmation for you, okay? And yeah, as always, use your own discernment with these readings. I'm just putting forward suggestions. Some of it may resonate and some may not, okay? Totally up to you. So yeah, have a great day, fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.